grafted the limbs from one fruit, some fruit trees to a different trunk and created hybrid fruits. And he had a nice. I only went to his place twice. He had a nice, I guess about a 40 or 50 acre farm up there in northern Illinois. He raised cattle. He had the orchards there, and he had a nice barnyard, fenced in, whatnot. And he had geese, and he had a couple of goats too. And I was 5, 6, 7 years old, and I was just, guess what I was afraid of? The geese. Oh, they'd come after you.
Really?
Oh yeah, they'd fly right at you, and those wings were powerful. They'd break the arm of a small child. And then of course the goat. You never knew what the goat was going to do. And so, anytime I went out of the house, I looked around to see where the geese were and where the goat was before I ever got off the porch.
Then you ran.
Yeah, that's right. I'd run to wherever I was going. And then one day they had 2 dogs. Duke was a big black mixed breed shepherd, and then they had another dog that had, like what they call Airedale. It was kind of a terrier that was kind of popular back then. And I locked the dogs up in the chicken coop, and my grandmother came out. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. She came out to collect the eggs, and she just hears the chickens just going crazy in there, and she can't figure it out. She opens the barn door, and dust comes out, and feathers are flying, while the dogs were just going after the chicken.
Oh,
so
gosh.
she came out to collect her eggs. Well, there weren't any eggs that day. The chickens were traumatized.
Oh, goodness.
And she gave me a spanking for turning Duke. No. And they had a windmill.
Yeah.
And they used the windmill to pump water.
Right.
And the windmill was, was probably 15, 20 feet high. 10 feet off the ground, it had kind of a platform, staging platform or something. So Grandma left me out in the yard and went and came out looking for me. She couldn't find me. She yelled out for me. So here I am, Grandma. Well, I was up on the platform on the windmill.
Good Lord.
She called her son, my Uncle Jack, and told him, get me down from there. So Jack had been working out, doing some milking with cattle. They had black Angus, and they had some milk cattle. And he came out there, and he came up to the window, grabbed me off the platform, and carried me down to me. So I got a spanking for that too, from Grandma. She gave me, I can't say, my cousins remember this. They remember the spanking she gave me at different times for misbehaving.
It started young, didn't it, Dad?
Then she took me to town one time. They'd go to this little town, Ohio, Illinois, and get their groceries on a Saturday or something. So she took me into town, and she pulls up to the little grocery store there and parks and gets out of the car and leaves me in the car with the window open, and she stumbled on the curb and fell.
Oof.
And she said, I stuck my head out the window and I said, look at the fat ass. And she got to put me in the back seat and spank me again. So my cousins remember that. When are you going to get spanked for today, Laverne. Well, then one time she took me out along a county road and she was picking blackberries and different things that grew in the wild, alongside the road. So she gets out of the car and she pulls the handbrake and she leaves the car running. And I'm in there, so she's out with her little bucket, picking wild berries, blueberries, whatever it was that were growing, blackberries and whatnot, alongside the road in her little bucket. Next thing she looks up and the car is rolling down the hill. Well, I got in the front seat and released the handbrake. So I got another spanking.
Was this your dad's mother or your mother's
My
mother?
mother's mother. They were bam, bam, bam. We'll teach you, you little smart ass.
Good Lord.
And my cousins remember that stuff. Oh, God.
Wow.
Then my uncles, two of them, one was in the infantry and one was in the Navy. And Jack was in the Navy. And,
So is that your sister's brother? I mean, your mom's brother?
yeah, my mom's brother. And my dad was off working in Texas. That was during Depression years. And, well, it was in the 1940s. And he was off working in Texas on a government project building a post office somewhere, I think near Houston or something. So we were living with my mom's mom and her sons, Jack and Goog. So Jack and Goog, I was like 4 years old or something. They just delighted in teaching me curse words. And then they bought me a tricycle. And I'm trying to ride the tricycle around the table in the kitchen and whatnot. And every now and then a wheel would get caught up in the chair, and I'd turn the son of a bitch, God damn it. He'd grab me off the tricycle and paddle my butt. And Jack and Gooey they just laugh at it,
Oh my goodness.
And guess what? Oh, Jack trained horses, and he taught a horse. And we lived in my grandma lived in a two-story home right near the center of town, and right across the alley behind the house was a bar.
Right.
It was Gus's bar. And Jack would bring his horse, meaning Trigger. He'd bring his horse over, ride it over sometimes, and he actually took Trigger into the bar. And he
Really?
taught this.
I'm gonna have to put some SWAT on him down in my car.
Okay. He's just hanging, waiting for you to go down.
I'm just letting you know.
Popcorn's telling me all these stories.
Okay, just letting you know.
Do you want me to move out of your way?
No, you're fine.
You sure? You want us to hang with you, or you want us to go home?
It's whatever you want.
Well, I was going to give you a ride back after you put him down.
I'm gonna graze him.
We're living in that little house there with my mother and my mother.
Great.
And Gus's bar is right across behind, across the little alleyway.
Right.
So Jack brings Trigger
Yeah.
into town one
Right.
time,
Right.
and he takes him over to Gus's bar.
Right.
And he takes him inside the bar, because the bar had dirt floor. And Jack gets a bottle of beer, with the neck, the bottle of the neck, and he puts it on the bar counter there.
All right.
And he takes Trigger in,
Yeah.
and he teaches Trigger how to get that bottle of beer, grip it just by the neck, and lift his head up until they'd head back and drink beer. So that became kind of a, an event.
Yeah.
People be told, hey, Jack's bringing Trigger in to have a beer with us tonight. So some of the more faithful patrons there would come over to see Trigger. So that was Jack's claim to fame.
Oh my
But
gosh.
get this. Jack got a presidential medal for courage under combat because he was at Pearl Harbor when Pearl Harbor was attacked,
Yeah.
and he was on the destroyer in the harbor. They got off the destroyer. The destroyer was destroyed, and Jack went into the water to save some seamen that were in the water trying to survive. He saved some, and for that he got a Presidential Medal of Honor presented to him by Harry Truman. And so Jack's claim to fame was getting a Presidential Medal of Honor, and also that he trained Trigger to drink a beer. Yeah, you can check that out. I mean, you can't check out whether he taught Trigger to drink a bottle of beer, but you can check out whether or not he got a Presidential Medal of Honor.
Yeah. Dad, when did your grandmother pass?
Let's see, it would have been about 19... I think I was about I might have been in high school. I may have been a freshman in high school. Something.
How old was your grandmother when she passed?
Probably in her late 50s, early 60s. Well, I would leave. Everybody wouldn't be able to go home, so I'd take him with me. And every guy I ever took home with me just loved my mother. They thought she was... and then one of the guys that I took home with me said he married my sister's best friend there in my hometown. And said, we were very close friends. He was from Argentina. And Sid went to Brigham Young University in Utah. And he went home with me for a Christmas leave. He couldn't get back to Utah.
Yeah, there you are. The 5 o'clock traffic. In Bola, even though it's overcast, I don't care. Look out, dog. I tell you, dogs. They'll end up killing you. Don't you read about me? Yeah, die dog. Guys, dogs, kill guy. Because they're crazy. We got popcorn out here. Got the kid out here. Got the crazy dogs out here. Got everybody out here. They'll drive you nuts. I already am nuts. You know that, don't you? You don't have to be nuts to be where I live. My dad's so funny. I think he thinks I have this extravagant lifestyle. He's always feeling guilty because we have to take care of him. I'm like, what else am I doing in my life? So he feels bad that I'm carrying him across the property, picking him up, doing everything I do. It's kind of like, well, what else am I going to do with my life? I don't do anything. Besides babysit my freaking house and business and whatever else. Oh my gosh, pool is cold because we're not getting a lot of sun. This is this DC, Virginia area. I mean, if somebody said, put in an in-ground pool for $100,000. I'm like, hell no. No way. You're a fool. You're a fool. You're going to get maybe 2 months of decent weather to be in your pool. Maybe. And right now, we're in the rains. It's just supposed to rain and thunderstorm like every day. And then we're in the very heavy, hot. So, and then, so right now we're basically into July and August. And then once September hits, it's over, man. It's over. So that's why I bought this pool, because it's not a lot of money. You can bulldoze it, throw it away. Who cares? Here is my friend. Here's my friend. Yeah, baby. So here we go. Get my friend. Then I dump it because it has all the debris in it. Yeah, babe. You want the raft? I get it. Give me a second. So what I do, I dump all the water out. What I've been doing, I just take this thing and dump it in the pool. And, I think it's doing pretty good, everybody. It's not doing too shabby for the money spent. The kid wants the, I can't really show the kid because the wife gets all pissed off. Wife left. The wife left the chaos. She's like, you know what? I'm getting the hell out of here. I can't take it. Because she just tells me how to live my life and how to handle everything. And I just ignore it. So she gets all pissed off and just says, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm like, okay. See you later. Yeah, that's the biggest challenge in relationships, is it turns into the one spouse wants to always dominate what you can and you can't do. I guarantee you the leading cause of relationships that go sour, the leading cause, it turns into, I want to do what I want to do and you're going to do what I tell you to do. And it turns into, I'm not doing what I'm going to do. So it just goes kaput. And that's what happens. But who cares? My dad's up here, and I keep on telling my dad, it's not forever, Dad. He feels kind of bad of us having to take care of him, does he, Dad? This ain't no 5-10 year plan, buddy. You should remember that with your own wife. I can remember my mother being in dire straits, my sisters and my brother all going nuts. It's like, how much longer do you think this is going to last? I mean, how much longer? When I left in November 2024, my one sister is going crazy. And I'm like, do you really think you're here doing the same thing a year from now? You really think that? And sure enough, everybody, December I left. April 11th, sadly, my mother passed. That's how it plays out, everybody. But anyways, we're trying to keep it upbeat, but Popcorn's been kind of having a rough day today. We're trying to keep it upbeat, and he's having some fun. And we're just going to now get to enjoy the overcast in the pool. Days, I can guarantee you, Rebel and D's are fighting right now. They'll be fighting, and they'll go right over there and just knock Popcorn right out of his chair. Guaranteed. So now we're into your typical Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania childhood, overcast, muggy, hot. The sun, not much sun, just cloudy. The typical Northeast doldrums. Yeah, this is like the next week. Oh boy, and the grass. Look at the grass. So we're into a summer with rain, and the grass ain't stopping. So we're literally, for the most part, cutting grass every week. And all the gardens and all the driveways, weeds and green, all coming back. So everything needs to be sprayed. Dad's like, I think it's funny. Like, what do you think I do? I don't do anything. I sit here in my house. Cracks me up. And my dad kind of feels bad. I was like, what do I do? Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm so wealthy. But I was telling Julia and my dad earlier, so what do the people that have all the money do with their parents? You know what they do? They throw them in an assisted living home and visit them once a month. Yeah. So, like my father, if you basically got like 8 grand a month. It's 7 to 8 grand a month because he has a pension. My dad makes, you got to, you know, everybody, oh no, they can get assisted living for dirt cheap. No, he can't, because the guy had a nice pension. So it doesn't work that way, everybody. So yeah, because I have so many people like, oh, like, okay, just throw them in a. So what most people do that have money, they just throw their parents to an assisted living home, and they visit them once a week until they drop dead. That's what they do. The death wish. That's all it is. Yeah, for my father, you know, we don't have any money. My family doesn't. So the whole point is, if my dad stayed in assisted living for maybe a year or two, we don't. I mean, first of all, we can't afford to do it. Number one. Number two. If we ever had any money, it all had to be owed back to the guys that took care of them. Well, babe.
The dogs.
Where are they? Right over there.
Gypsy.
Right over there. They're taking a crap.
That's Rebel.
Yeah, but there was some else there. Gypsy and Prince are right next to Popcorn being model protectors. Have you seen this? You'd love this picture. Aw. They're just so cute. You see your model puppies protecting your Popcorn. Look. Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
What good little puppies. They cleaned up the pool decently. Pretty good, everybody. Well, what is going on out here, everybody? Look at this here, everybody.
Hey, Daddy doesn't like this chair. He says it's too high.
What are your options? Why is it too high?
Huh?
Why is it too high?
Well, it's not.
I mean, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Are you dancing later? Huh? Dad, here's a ball game. You're not going to be getting out of the chair. Why are you getting out of the chair? But here, if you want, we got here, Dad. Hold on. We have this right here, and we have the couch over there.
No, they're too low. I'd never get out of those.
But where are you going?
I don't know. This looks, you know, this isn't bad.
I'm just trying to figure out where you're going.
What? I don't know.
Well, we're making dinner here. This is where we're going to eat dinner.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, can you sit there and eat dinner?
Oh, yeah.
So if I get you a lower chair, you won't be able to eat dinner.
Right. No, this will do.
Show you the view.
So go get him a glass of wine, would you?
Yeah. Look at the view.
It's never good enough.
Do you like it?
Yikes. All right, so I'm out here making potatoes for the family. I haven't used this grill in ages. These are big ass potatoes. These will take at least an hour to make. Here's my good old Weber grill. Incredible. Joe and I built this deck in 2020. My dad's never even been on it. And this is a great entertaining. There was a big old wasp mess out here, so I sprayed all that. There is a little frog hiding up there. You know what's crazy is, I wonder if this light still works. This has a solar light. And if this still works, look at that. I bought this probably in 2020. Look at that. These lights still work 6 years later.
I got one like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty incredible, everybody. So as I make the dad and the kid a nice meal. The wife went on her own. I bought meal. I bought a really nice dinner for everybody tonight to celebrate Popcorn being up here, but the wife left. All right, you guys probably think, do you really have a wife? Like, right. So back to the kitchen now, the grind. Do we have salmon and baked potatoes and mushrooms? Or do we have steak? Do you want...
Where's the bottom?
Out in the freaking garage. You want salmon?
Salmon and shrimp and potato.
Do you want mushrooms?
Yeah, I can cut them up for you.
Do you want onions?
No.
You don't want onions?
Well, we
Really?
should have that tomorrow with the steak.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll split it up.
Sounds good. You want broccoli? We got frozen
I
broccoli.
don't want to make anything too hard on you. So
Whatever. All right, I haven't been in the cooking mode for a while, but you know what? I'm going to get back into it, everybody. How about that? Even though it's so much work. I just have been burned out doing this stuff. You have no idea how many years I did this for my mother, father, the wife, the kid. I mean, oh my God. I did this stuff like every day. The good old days. Remember I used to do stuff like every day of my life?
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. All right, so do me a favor. Pour a bottle of wine for Poppy. So I'm thinking green beans, mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes?
Well, I mean potatoes. And cottage cheese with shrimp and salmon. That's more than enough.
That's more than
And tomorrow we'll have the sliced didn't go.
Dad, do you want my help preparing anything?
Right now it's pretty simple. I'm not really gonna make that extravagant. So I'm just gonna put salmon
I think that's great.
in the beans, and then we're gonna have potatoes and cottage cheese with the salmon. I think it'll be fine.
That sounds great.
All right?
Please let me know if you want any help.
We'll just watch popcorn. Where's his wine?
I just poured it.
But out of what? I got that special wine.
Last night.
Huh?
Got it last night. Last night wine.
So you didn't get the Russian one out?
No, but he won't know the difference. So
Okay.
you just tell him.
That's fine, whatever. Somebody got a little lazy on us, but whatever. It's all good. You doing there, big guy? You never been on this deck, have you, buddy?
Hey Gary, have you ever looked at deck chairs at Lowe's?
Why would I do that?
Well, see, those are too low.
No, they're not. No, if you want to buy the expensive cushions, they're not.
No, I'm not gonna.
We're never over here. Stop it. Get out of here. Stop it. Get out of here. Stop that. Stop it. No, this tree here destroys the deck. So see, when I built this back addition here, I told Stephanie that tree will come down. And she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. So that tree has to come down. So this fall, I'm going to pay a guy probably, I'm sure I get $1,500. I got a guy probably do it for $1,500. But that's a $3,000 project. So what happens is all the furniture back here is destroyed. I just power washed. I just spent a whole day power washing this whole deck.
I don't believe it. I know what these trees do.
Yeah, so when you put nice furniture out, it gets destroyed. But we're never out here. We don't entertain. We don't do anything. Wow.
Years old.
Looky here, everybody. What do you think, Dad?
Huh?
What do you think?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, here we go. We're going to sit down, everybody, and have a great evening meal with Mr. Popcorn. First time we've had official evening meal popcorn since 2024.
Wow.
Wow.
Has it been that long, Gary?
December 2024 is when we left. Isn't that crazy?
Dear Lord, we come before you on this very special evening for me, recognizing that privilege came with the great sacrifice, the sacrifice of the life of your Son, Jesus Christ, and his crucifixion on the cross. And